welcome to this video lesson. I am Satish Kumar, teacher of English, Vijayalakshmi Metric Higher Secondary School. Today we are going to learn a poem from the 10th standard English, The Secret of the Machines. The Secret of the Machines by Rudyard Kipling. So, this is a memory poem for the 10th standard students. Now, we are going to learn this poem. Before getting into the poem, we need to learn about the poet Rudyard Kipling, who he was. Rudyard Kipling was born on December 30, 1865 in Bombay. So, actually he was an Indian poet. He was educated in England, though he was born on India, he was an Indian citizen, but he went to England for his studies, but he returned to India after a decade in 1882. You may know that Jungle Book, which was written by Rudyard Kipling. So, this is one of the famous works. Kipling was a recipient of the Nobel Prize for literature. So, he got the Nobel Prize in literature. So, this is the very brief about the poet Rudyard Kipling. Now, let me tell you a few information about the poem. Actually, the poem is published in a school history of the machines, a school history of the machines. Later, it is titled as Modern Machinery. It is titled as Modern Machinery, and this poem is also known as the Songs of the Machines. Songs of the Machines. So, this can be used for 2 mark questions. This poem is originally published in a school history of the machines, and later it is titled as Modern Machinery. Then we also know the poem is as the Song of the Machines. So, this is what very brief about the poem. Now, the poem The Secrets of Machine is all about, it's a kind of biography of machines. It's a kind of biography of the machines. So, machines, they tell us about their life history, how they were created, how they are being created. Now, let me read the poem and explain. We were taken from the orbit and the mind. We were taken from the orbit and the mind. We were melted in the furnace and the pit. We were cast and wrought and hammered to design. We were cut and filled and tooled and got to fit. Now, we were taken from the orbit. So, orbit is nothing but we get it's a kind of mine. We get minerals and some other raw materials to make some machines. And the mine, we were melted in the furnace and the pit. Furnace is a place where those raw minerals and raw materials are being heated to make a component, and the pit. We were cast and wrought and hammered to design. Yes. So, machines and the raw materials have been molded and hammered to make into a new design. So, that is why they say we were cast and wrought and hammered to design. Yeah, hammered to design. We were cut and filed and tooled, got to fit. Yeah, we make sure that we are ready to be a whole mechanism. we were cut and filled, the molding of the machines, tooled and gauge to fit. Yeah, now the machine is completely all right for with a perfect mechanism. Now we should know one thing. The pronoun we refers to the machines. Actually, I told you, no, it's a kind of a biography of the machines. So we, the word refers to the machines. So the machine, tells about their life history. The machine tells about its life history. Now, next stanza. Some water, coal and oil is all we ask, and 1/1000th of an inch to give us play. And now, if you will set us to our task, we will serve you 24 hours a day. Yes, some water, coal and oil is all we ask. Yes, the machine. So, water, coal and oils, these are the fuel to the machinist, and 1/1000th of an inch to give us play. And now if you will set us to our task, by giving those fuel, we set the machines for particular task. It will serve us 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. Next stanza here. We can pull and haul and push and lift and drive. We can print and plow and wave and heat and light. We can run and race and swim and fly and dive. We can see and hear and count and read and write. Yes. So this stanza speaks about the works of machines, the multiple talented machines. We can pull, machines can pull and haul and push and lift and drive. We use it for so many works in our day-to-day lives. We can print and plow and wave and heat and light. Obviously, so wherever you would turn in this world, nowadays everything is under a particular mechanism. We use the technology every day. We can run and race and swim and fly and dive. Yes, just remember, we can run and race and swim and fly and dive. We'll take motorbike, car, ship and aeroplane. So those are all mechanisms, machines. We can see and hear and count and read and write. Yes, we use for our studies. We can see and hear and count and read and write. So let us take, for example, calculator. Calculator, that is also a kind of mechanism. The machine, it's a machine. So we use it just to count or for reading purpose. But remember, please, the law by which we live. We are not built to comprehend a lie. We can neither love nor pity nor forgive. If you make a slip in handling us, you die. Yes, the mission gives us a warning. It's a kind of warning to the human being, one who uses the technology and the machines. But remember, we should remember that the law by which we live, they have a particular law. I'll tell you what is that. We are not built to comprehend a lie. Comprehend is nothing but understand. So we are not built to understand a lie. Yes, machine does not know what is lie, what is truth. Whatever you just set a plan to it, program to it, it will act upon the program, according to the program. So the machine does not have any individual, truth or lie, anything. It does not know anything. Whatever you set, whatever you program to it, it will perform. We can neither love nor pity we can neither love nor pity nor forgive. Yes, they don't have emotions. Machines don't have emotions. They cannot feel the love, they cannot pity for you, and they cannot forgive. If you make any wrong program to the machines, don't worry, that won't care about you, because that never forgive you, which means that does not have emotion. If you make a slip in handling us, you die. Exactly. So we should be very careful of the nowadays mechanisms and the machines. If we handle it, if we misuse it, that will lead to the disaster. If you make a slip in handling us, you die. So it's a warning by the machines to the human being, one who uses the machines. Next stanza here. Though our smoke may hide the heavens from your eyes, it will vanish and the stars will shine again. Because for all our power and weight and size, we are nothing more than children of your brain. Yes. Finally, those machines confess themselves as, though our smoke may hide the heavens from your eyes. Just look at that picture. So, though the machine makes smoke, the foggy, the smoke, that may hide the heaven, that means good things from your eyes, but heavens from your eyes, it will vanish and the stars will shine again. Yeah, that's just for a few seconds, just for a few while, those smoke will exist. Okay, it will vanish and the stars will shine again. So after a second, after a few, after a while, the smoke will vanish and the stars will shine again. So this is just a temporary. The smoke will be very temporary, which is by the machines. Because for all our power and weight and size, exactly. So a small machine can produce a small amount, little amount of smoke. For example, just look at the picture. The train is bigger in size, that gives much smoke, but those smoke will vanish within a while. We are nothing more than children of your brain. Yes, they confess that actually we human being make the machine. We human being make the machine. That's what the machines say. We are nothing more than children of your brain. Yes, all those machines and technologies and everything come out of our brain. We make the machines, we make the technology, we make everything. So what do we learn from this poem is, if we use the technology in a good way, we'll have some positives from the machines. But at the same time, if you misuse the machine or if you mishandle the machine, so disaster will be there. Okay, thank you so much. The poem ends here. So we'll meet you in the next video class. Thank you.